What's up, guys?
Hey!
Welcome back. You might have guessed it, but it's another episode of Jordan, Jules, and Just Reddit.
Who would have thought? It's like it happens every week or something.
On Fridays. At 2
p.m. Eastern Standard
p.m.
Time.
Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah, that's what I said.
New York time.
Yeah.
Miami time. 5 o'clock somewhere. I'm Jordan.
I'm Jules.
My back hurts.
And this is Just Reddit.
Anyhow, Jules, why don't you fill the people in?
We have a very special
What
episode.
are we doing this weekend?
What are we doing this week? We're going to Atlantic City this weekend.
Whoa. We are going nowhere of such sorts. We are located nowhere. No doxing us, Jules.
Oh, okay.
Do you want to be swatted?
It's not really doxing. I mean, I said we're going to Atlantic City. We could be going to Atlantic City.
Stop giving the locations.
Okay.
We're going to Glendale, Ohio.
What? Okay. Did you just fart?
No.
Okay. Anyway.
Why don't you ask the one chuckling in the... Anywho, Jules, why don't you explain what we got going on today?
We are going to be covering conspiracy theories.
What are conspiracy theories, Jules?
I actually don't know. Let's look up the definition, Jordan. A conspiracy theory is a belief that some secret but influential organization is responsible for an event or phenomenon.
For example, Jordan and Jules actually run the internet. That's a conspiracy theory.
Jordan and Jules are head of the Illuminati. That would be a conspiracy.
Jules is, but I left a couple of years ago. But anyhow,
He's shunned.
we got quite a few stories lined up. Jules, why don't you go ahead and kick things off?
Sure thing. Sure thing, Jordan. Also not sponsored by IThies, but I love you.
Jesus. Doesn't sound like a whole lot of story reading going on.
Okay.
Young Midoriya.
Hollywood, and this is posted by charming_touch5978. So thank you. And it's in the r/conspiracy.
Which has 2.2 million members, 1.1k active.
Online.
This is a forum for free thinking and for discussing issues which have captured your imagination. Please respect others. ... Created January 25th, 2008. Public.
It's a long time ago. It is very old. I think it's older than my old. Anyway, this is not safe for work. Hollywood elites are eating mermaids conspiracy. Okay, so I've seen a lot of TikToks about a group of elite celebrities who are allegedly eating mermaids, and I have a theory that mermaids is a code word for children. Take Salma Hayek? How do you pronounce that? Hayek? And her husband, for example. There's a lot of weird images around the internet of Salma eating meat in an oddly cannibalistic way. I can't explain further as I've only seen the image once, but I'm sure it's online somewhere. But this is mainly about her husband, Francos Henry Pinault. Okay, these are some weird names. Who is the CEO of Balenciaga, which, have you heard the stuff that went down with Balenciaga?
I don't follow fashion.
Oh, well, Kate, did you? Mm-mm. Well, they posted a bunch of, images of literally, I think it was, I don't know if it was multiple children or one child, but she was in, dressed in, bondage stuff. It was some weird,
a little kid?
Yes. And, I don't know exactly what happened. Hold on, let's see.
Foul. And so, as you guys might know, this might be a little bit different than our normal, regularly scheduled program. We're more discussing these theories rather than reading actual stories about the theories. So you get to hear our own thoughts.
Oh, son of a...
And we get to watch Jules try to sign into the New York Times.
I know, which I can't. La 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 la. Hold on, let's see if I can... They since apologized, but it was a child surrounded by a bunch of inappropriate keller bondage stuff, and there's some other images too. But yeah, they got called out for that.
You'll have to send me those.
I will.
Keep that tab open.
Yeah.
All the more time for the FBI to find the house. Because this is a conspiracy theory.
Oh, yeah, so I'm sure many people are familiar with the child pornography scandal that happened with the brand 2 years ago. So yeah, it was like considered child. Which I probably have to cut out. But there's something a lot weirder to do with the brand. One of the Balenciaga parent companies owns a site that sells child sex mannequins, which can be seen in this link. And
we're not clicking on the link.
No,
we're not clicking on a link.
The first comment said, "I'm definitely not clicking that link."
Yeah.
It's extremely disgusting and disturbing looking at all the dolls. The brand even did a collaboration with Supreme in the 2010s. Correct me if I'm wrong on the date, which adds to the disturbance. I only became aware of these dolls a few years ago when I saw a TikTok explaining it. It's alarming how little this is being talked about. Back to the point about mermaids. As Salma is a extremely well-known actress and seen as one of Hollywood's elites, I wouldn't be surprised if she and Francis were involved in this scandal, as I suspect mermaid is code word for child, as the person who witnessed these acts did claim they had to sign an NDA. But it's crazy that a parent company of Balenciaga sells those mannequins. Like, that's so disturbing.
I've heard some messed up things in my life. But a blow-up doll of an adolescent, that is messed up. Like, completely disregarding the whole cannibal stuff. Like, that's just...
That means little kid.
What, cannibal?
Adolescent?
No. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, it means child.
That's disgusting.
But how is that legal, though?
They probably
Did
don't...
they get in trouble for that?
Yeah.
Well, they probably don't advertise it as adolescent size. They probably just say, like, miniature or something. Oh. So it's probably, like, a full size, just shrunk.
It's kind of like...
Yeah, fun-sized.
Oh, my God. It's
Once again, Jordan and Jules do not endorse anything that we read.
Oh, my God,
We are just reading and giving our formed opinions about them from the information we just read.
Well, it's kind of like... Can I say corn? It's kind of like, I guess I just said it. It's kind of like corn actresses that like act underage. Like, there's nothing that I don't think like officials can do.
Well, legally looking at that, that's fine because they're above age, pretending to be underage, even though everybody on the production and everybody watching knows that, like, yeah, versus the opposite, having an underage actor pretending to be older and doing older acts. That's illegal.
No. I'm not talking about the Balenciaga stuff. I was talking about the parent company and like the making of the dolls. I guess it's similar in that sense to where like it's not an actual like, but that's like sick.
Yeah.
I guess they could use it and like see like look at their payment history, and you are definitely gonna catch some pedos.
That's just disgusting. All right, anyhow, on to our next conspiracy theory. The Chuck E. Cheese conspiracy theory.
This is a good one.
I just watched the newest Shane Dawson. Don't endorse him either.
Wait, really?
Me personally.
No, he's like...
He had aggressive hugging allegations with his cat.
But allegations, though.
That were proven true.
By who?
The world. I just watched the newest Shane Dawson YouTube conspiracy video, and then a link to the video. Oh, this is also by Ozaya4311, where he talked about a conspiracy theory that I've never heard before. The theory goes that workers at Chuck E. Cheese will take leftover pizza that people don't eat, take it to the back, and compile new pizza, basically out of the scraps of old pizza. There have been pictures of people getting pizza from Chuck E. Cheese, and the slices looked really weird, and it looks like several different pizzas. In the video, they actually do go to Chuck E. Cheese and get several pizzas. And a couple of them look very, very suspicious. What do you think? Also, has anyone worked at Chuck E. Cheese? Skip to 1 hour, 7 minutes, and 6 seconds in the video to see where they get the pizza. I don't think it's pizza from, like, the tables. Like, once they're done eating, they take those. I don't think it's that. I think it's the pizza that when they order, like, one slice,
That's what, yeah.
Yeah, the excess. Because if we talk about another company, Sbarro, they sell the individual slices.
Oh, yeah. They're like
which apparently, at our local mall that shall not be disclosed, it got shut down.
Did it?
It's not there anymore?
Mm-hmm. I think it closed. Because I saw a picture on news of our state's name, and I think it's closed. Because it had a picture and the boards were up and stuff. But anywho, moving on. So I think Chuck E. Cheese is doing this kind of tactic where it's the pizzas that, instead of making a whole new pizza to sell, they just have like that leftover from when somebody ordered one slice. And it stays in the back, probably in like a warmer or something. But that's my thoughts on the conspiracy.
And that's completely valid, but at the same time, some of these photos that like surfacing the internet, like,
look
you can't,
janky.
Yeah, like, you can't make it that obvious, bro. Like, come on.
Like, the pepperonis don't even match up.
No, the crust don't match up.
Comment down below if you want to see a Jordan Jules and just Chuck E. Cheese episode.
That cracking me up. Yo, that would be so funny. We do it in the ball pit.
Alright, honestly, guys, we've been talking behind the scenes. I've been thinking about doing, not like exploration videos or anything, but just like vlogs of Jordan and Jules. And just blank. What we're due is the blank. So if you think that's a great idea, comment down below.
I think they would.
And then also comment down below if you like Jules' pajamas. She's actually hasn't changed within the last week.
I haven't.
And then comment down below if you've ever been to Chuck E.
Ciao. Anyways, see the photos right here that Jordan's gonna put up.
Don't say that.
Oh, never mind. If you had said that in the last episode, that would have been 3 episodes in a row where Kate says, don't say that.
It's her catchphrase. Put that on a shirt.
Why did Sbarro close?
Apparently there might have been a fire there. But anywho, I don't know.
Mysterious conspiracy?
Yeah, it says it right here.
I hate it.
But anywho, yeah, Chuck E. Cheese conspiracy theories. Let us know your thoughts down below.
Okay.
Jules, please.
I'm going to cover one. It is one that many people have probably heard of. Actually, I'm going to look this up on my computer.
I don't think I've heard of it.
Okay, so this is posted by Nick Hinton 333 in the r/conspiracy forum. This is called Creepy Glitch at the Denver Airport. So if you're already aware of the DIA conspiracy, then go ahead and skip to the end. But I'm sure you guys are not informed about the DIA conspiracy though. So I'm gonna inform you. The Denver Airport is a very strange place. For one, it's obnoxiously big. It's twice as big as the next biggest airport in the US. It was also ridiculously expensive. It cost about $5 billion to build, which was $2 billion over its original budget. Building it also took longer than expected, by more than a year. However, when it was finally opened in 1995, people wondered what all the fuss was about. There didn't seem to be anything special about it, but there was some odd features people noticed. One of the main oddities being the creepy artwork found all throughout the airport. Statues of demons and murals portraying violence and destruction decorating the hallways. And again, Jordan's gonna put up some photos here, so you guys can see them too.
Be appreciative of this high production podcast.
Yes, sir. One of the paintings even show what to appear to be a German soldier and letter from Auschwitz. Why would you greet travelers this way? And a couple of other murals. The destruction of nature. To me, it seems reminiscent of Amazon burning. There's just a lot of like disturbing artwork. And oh my god, which struck me, which I was talking to my friend Brandon about this. Brandon, if you're watching this. And
Shout out, Brandon.
Shout out, Brandon.
Notice how I gave you a heart and she just pointed at you?
No, I didn't. I did the rock and roll. Here. Anyway.
Notice how that wasn't a heart with all the fingers? This means I love you with all my fingers. She
Jordan
only loves you with 4.
Jordan has a crush on you.
What can I say?
So yeah, like look at all these. They have the lizard people. But the main attraction, which still stands, is the giant blue horse sitting in front of the airport. Locals believe the statue was cursed because the man who made it was killed by it. It collapsed on him while he was working on it. Some say that the land itself is cursed. I actually have a friend who used to live in Colorado as a kid. She said her sister once worked at the airport during its construction, and while they were digging, she found bones that she believed to once belong to an indigenous person. Indigenous person. She ended up taking, I thought I was going to say taking some home, Jesus. She ended up taking home one of the items she found buried with the remains. If I remember correctly, it was an arrowhead. What's an arrowhead?
The head of an arrow.
Oh, like the actual, okay.
So way back when, before modern arrows were made, indigenous people, Native Americans, had to take mainly obsidian because they were like the sharpest stone, and they would take bones and whittle out a triangle shape to stick on the end of the stick, and then feather and all that other stuff. That way they would have heads for their arrows to puncture animals or people or whatever.
She has since been diagnosed with schizophrenia. Nevertheless, people also think the statue is satanic. Other than the fact that it has piercing red eyes, which it does really creepy.
Yeah.
Like, who wants to be greeted by that?
Totally
in
doesn't
an
look
airport?
like MS painted on red.
Oh my god. It seems to be the reference to the biblical pale horse, one of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. It's even nicknamed Lucifer. Why does everything at this airport revolve around the world ending? Yeah, that is not like welcoming at all. That is not something you agree with when you're traveling.
Denver, Colorado is going to start the end of the world.
Seriously. Well, some believe that that the elite built this airport as a way to hide a massive secret underground doomsday bunker. If shit ever hit the fan, they could retreat there. There are miles of tunnels beneath the airport. One of my friend's father's friends, who is a Freemason. What's a Freemason?
Freemason is a organization, mainly boys club, to put it simply, and it's just a way to help guide young men into back in the day, like trades and stuff. Like my father is a Freemason, and my grandfather was actually potentate of their I don't want to say troop, but like of their group specific building for a while, and he also started the Nur Shrine mini choppers. It's the guys that have the little fezzes on top.
Oh, okay.
For all of you Flintstone fans out there, it's where Barney and Fred would put on the buffalo hats and go to the secret meeting with all the guys. But that's like prehistoric. Thanks. For all my people who watch Flintstones out there.
He helped my dad run a youth football league, and I remember he wasn't able to coach with him for about a month. Some say during the DIA's construction, buildings they decided they didn't want to use anymore, they were buried rather than simply destroyed.
Buried.
However, buried?
Buried.
I say buried. Buried. However, I haven't been able to find any sources backing this up, although I didn't really look that hard. But if it is true, why would they do this? There's also a claim that the airport could double as a hospital at a time of crisis. Some speculate that these titles, which say AU, AG, are not really talking about gold and silver, but actually Australian antigen, the hepatitis B virus.
Okay.
I think they're reaching.
In the picture, they're literally in a minecart.
Is it possible that the elite are planning an apocalyptic plague-like scenario where the majority of the world is killed off and they are left? After the apocalypse, the elites could come up out of the ground and rebuild civilization. They'd probably call it something like New World Order, right? Curiously enough, there's been a capstone dedicated to the New World Order Airport Commission, something that doesn't even exist. Even stranger, beneath the capstone is a time capsule meant to be opened in 2095. Oh, I want to know what's in the time capsule.
Well, hey, we'll find out in
2095. How old will
70
it be?
years.
70, oh, wow.
We'll be near 100.
I'll probably be dead.
I will be 91.
On March 12th of this year, around 1 in the morning, I was at the Denver International Airport trying to make my way back home before the pandemic got any worse. And while I was there, I kept hearing this weird AS. They were testing different alarms all night, one for a tornado, one for a shooter, etc. They all sounded normal except for this one. They were all played in a repeating pattern, so I knew when to start recording. Was this a glitch, or was it done intentionally? Can anyone make out what it says?
And we're not going to click on the link, because
Why?
never click on a link that a stranger puts out on the internet.
Hold on, let me see in the comments if someone else clicked on it. It looks like everyone clicked on it.
All right.
It's
Your computer.
It's a YouTube link. Should I click on
it? Sure, we might get rickrolled.
What the hell does that mean?
Rickrolled. Never going to give you up.
Ooh, in the comments we have a former Denver airport worker.
Go for it.
This is about the alarms. As someone who has slept in the airport many times, they regularly test alarms at night, which isn't unusual. But what you're hearing sounds like two separate alarms/warnings playing simultaneously. The one I can pretty clearly remember is, the threat is no longer in this area, or something like that. Can't tell you what the other one is yet. The swastika runways are incredibly space efficient, but yeah, it definitely feels like there could have gone a different direction as they have so much space. The lowest level the average person can get to is the train level B1. Running alongside the train are a series of tunnels where the bag drivers run checked bags to and from the planes. I've slept several times on the floor underneath the train level B2. Down there you will mostly find conveyor belts and piles of scrap metal. The airport was initially designed with a conveyor belt system to transport bags into this area. It was actually so fast and efficient that they didn't account for the drafting created by the bags, causing massive pileups, and the whole thing was then literally scrapped. Okay, so yeah, he literally just didn't. He was just explaining the logistics of everything. Nothing confirming what Opie says.
Jordan Jules in the Denver airport.
That's a hell of a...
Give us money and we'll fly over to it.
We'll fly right... we'll get a picture in front of the Lucifer. Right now.
You'll have to buy us 3 tickets. 1, 2, cameraman Kate.
Yes.
Camerawoman Kate. #ally.
#feminist.
I feel like there's always big conspiracies about just like large areas in general. So I'm not surprised that there has just been a bunch stacked in this one post.
No, I get it. It is kind of strange there. Well, like I said, OP had said that it's, number one, it was $2 billion over the budget. Like, what did they need all that money for? And number two, what's up with all the weird, unsettling artwork? I feel like people are already...
It's all AI generated.
I feel like people are already on edge. Like, because you're flying up in the air. Like, it's unsettling, it's stressful. So why are you going to put a bunch of this violent and scary depictions of things and the end of the world around? I just don't understand their thought process there. Yeah.
I wonder if there was like an interview with the interior designer of the place that was actually in charge of like picking these out and putting them in there.
Yeah.
Probably not, but it'd be very interesting. Actually, you know what? If none of this conspiracy theories was set up, this would look like a Gen Z worker was in charge of doing all the advertisement.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the freaking posters that they have sitting around, some people have said, like, oh, they're trying to deflect, or they're trying to, like, make it into a joke, because it says, like, what are we doing? And then it's a picture of, like, a lizard person, and then, like, construction or cover-up with, like, an Illuminati sign.
Yeah.
Honestly, if that's what they were doing, that's a really good way of, like, kind of deflecting.
Like I said, they put their new employees in there.
Yeah, they said, how do we deflect this situation?
All right, guys, let's make this as inconspicuous as possible.
But yeah, what do you guys think? Denver Airport?
Comment down below.
Is it run by the elites?
Would you go to it?
I wouldn't fly out of there.
24-hour challenge at the Denver Airport.
Yes, sir. I wouldn't fly out of there, though.
I would. I'd fly.
You'd fly.
If I had finished that sentence, Jordan and Jules and Just Reddit would no longer exist. So I'm just going to
What were you going to say?
I can't say it.
Whisper it. I want to know.
We literally have microphones on, Jules. I'll tell you when we're done. Oh my god.
Cut it out.
No. It's just more work.
An extra second to cut out. Dramatic is. I told you, I'll edit.
I'll let you edit this one.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't look so enthusiastic now.
No, I am. I'll edit.
Sure. All right. Any others?
Oh, this is a small one. It's cute, though, I found. Daily Sunshine KO posted 1 year ago, said, traffic barrels are left up so long because the Department of Transportation bought too many and has no place to store them.
It's a lie.
What?
Go to Home Depot and buy a shed. Department of Transportation.
That's always funny. I mean, they do be up for a long time.
Raise your hand if you've stolen a traffic cone before.
Kate, raise your hand.
She's just stretching because it's illegal to steal. Isn't that right, Jules? You were just stretching, right?
I was just stretching.
Legally, you were just stretching, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, legally she was just stretching.
No, I actually was joking. I've never touched a traffic cone in my life.
I've touched a traffic cone, but I've never taken it from its home.
I've always wanted to take it, take a sign. Like a stop sign.
That's also illegal. You know they reuse those signs, right?
Yes, I'm not going to actually do what I said that I wanted to.
You know what a conspiracy I got? They do construction to keep us antsy.
Antsy?
Yeah. They do construction all the time. That way we're like always
annoyed?
Inconvenienced. Yeah, I feel like there's no reason to do construction.
Be...
Oh, let me just check on these pipes.
I want to know their schedules. Because sometimes things be taking way too long. Like, they worked on I-95 for years, literally.
Years.
Well, my dad...
I-95 at an undisclosed state because it travels up and down the entire East Coast.
I know. My dad, my great uncle Nicky founded a company, Grego and Ferreira, and my dad works for it. And actually, funnily enough, my stepdad actually works for it too.
Dang.
So yeah, it's funny, but yeah. So I'm not very close with Uncle Nicky. I wish I was.
We love you, Uncle Nicky, if you're watching.
Love you, Uncle Nick.
Notice how yeah, there you go. She used all her fingers, which means she loves you.
He threw some fun ass parties.
Jordan, Jules just read it at Uncle Nicky party. All right, anywho, Jules, any final words for the camera for this evening?
What did you guys think of this episode format? Let us know if you thought it was boring, if you loved it and you want more of it, and let us know about Jordan's idea of doing cool different vlog adventures. I think it would be fun. I think people would like it. Yeah. We could do fun things. We go to amusement parks. Parks and stuff.
Whoa. Free stuff first. We don't got no money for that.
Okay.
But that wouldn't replace our regular episodes.
No.
It would just kind of be like bonus content. Maybe like once a month or something.
Yeah. And
then eventually when we get most famous enough, we can do a Patreon and it'll be Patreon exclusive content. Anywho, smash that like button. Subscribe that subscribe button. Turn on your notifications. Comment down below who's the better host. Jordan versus Jules.
Oh, we're doing a Twix situation?
Jules versus Jordan. Jay versus Jay, and JR is just JR and just in the background.
Yeah, comment down below.
Jordan. Anywho, I've been Jordan.
I've been Jules.
And this has been r/conspiracy theories. See you in the next one.
Bye,
Goodbye.
guys. That was very iCarly coded.